What's up, everybody? Welcome back on a Thursday morning edition of the KBO Collections Hobby Drive. Headed into work. Actually have on a fleece this morning, so finally gotten to the point where you need a little bit more protection when you go outside. But otherwise, very beautiful day, bright and sunny this morning. So hope you're all doing well, and today what I wanted to talk about is something that that a lot of us think about from time to time, and that is starting new parts of your collection. If you're a collector, you're probably a lot of times you do look for different things to do, different projects to do, new things. Or if you're a new collector, maybe you're just trying to figure out what you want to do. And one of the things that a lot of collectors have a lot of fun with is collecting Hall of Fame autographs. So, who doesn't like having autographs of players of autographs of some of the all-time great players and coaches and people of the sport? So, Hall of Fame autographs are a great thing to have in the collection. And when you think about, the greatest players, the greatest coaches, the greatest people involved in the sport, and I'm talking baseball in particular, sometimes you might think, oh my God, this stuff is going to be way out of my price range. How can I ever start a collection of Hall of Fame autographs? Because it's going to be very expensive, because they are very popular and very sought after and very famous and all of those things. And that is true for some of the players, but for some of the players, they are very easy to get into. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people are collectors like me that our hobby budgets aren't that they aren't that significant, and that is quite all right. You can build a very nice collection by not spending a lot of money. I know a lot of collectors, a lot of times you'll turn on YouTube and every video, or practically every video, is a $100, $200, $300, $500, $1,000 card. And that's cool. They have big budgets, and they can do that. And I respect that. That's great. But a lot of us don't. A lot of us have smaller budgets where we may have, $50 a month to spend, or $20 a month to spend, like that. And when you're dealing with budgets like that, you might think it's going to be difficult to get into Hall of Fame autographs. But really, it isn't. There are a ton of autographs out there from Hall of Famers that, that signed a lot of cards, signed a lot of things. And these people that signed a lot of cards, signed a lot of things, you can get their cards at very reasonable prices, especially if you go after some of the cards that are, I guess you would say some of the oddball stuff. And what I'm talking about is, there are plenty of sets out there, like some of those that were put out by, I believe it may have been Hillshire Farms and stuff like that. There were these all-time greats type sets. And, man, you can pick up some autographs in some of those sets. Maybe a Brooks Robinson or a Rolly Fingers or whatever. And you might be able to pick those cards up for $4, $5, $6, very cheap, very reasonable, and a great way to get started on the Hall of Fame autograph collection. Now, the thing is, after some time, you may run into a point to where, you've gobbled up all of those cheap ones. But at the end of the day, there are some that are maybe a little more expensive or have climbed up a bit, but at the same time, they're still very reasonable. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you 10, all right? I'm going to show you 10 Hall of Fame players and coaches that you can collect for a very reasonable price. I'm not saying that you can buy these cards in particular at a very low price, but they have autographs out there at a very low price. And there are way more people besides just them. And this is 10, okay? So 10 cards of Hall of Famers that can be picked up for a reasonable price. So, stay tuned for the rest of the video, and I'll be showing some cards. So there are tons of different Hall of Fame autographs out there, and there are a lot of players that signed a lot, and as a result, a lot of those prices are very low, very affordable, and that's a great way to get started with the collection. And as promised, here are some cards. Here are 10 cards that, not necessarily these cards in particular, but these are 10 players that you can get into fairly cheaply and start building your Hall of Fame autograph collection. So first up, there's a 2000 Upper Deck Legends of Baseball, Phil Niekro. So really cool cards. This set just looks so nice. Next up, another player that's cheap to get into is Tim Raines. This is a 2014 Topps Tribute Baseball, and Topps Tribute makes some awesome cards. I love the shine on them. I love the thickness of the card stock. Just they feel really nice. So Tim Raines, that's another player that's good to go after. Right here is a 2015 Panini Cooperstown Baseball Red Schoendienst. Now this right here is this is a red parallel, so it's a lower numbered, but man, you can pick these up for very low prices in most cases, even in parallels, honestly. Coming right after that's a 2015 Panini Cooperstown Baseball Burt Blyleven. Burt's another very affordable autograph, and these cards, all of them, as I said before, these cards, the players signed a lot of them. They're not rare, but they're cool to have in the collection, and that's what I like. I like to have cool cards. So Panini Cooperstown, that's a great set to build cheap Hall of Fame autographs from. Right here you got Tony La Russa. This is a 2018 Topps Archives Baseball, and this is a blue parallel. So again, another parallel, but I'm not saying go out and buy the parallels. I'm just saying, if you see their card, you can, you see their autograph, you can pick them up fairly cheaply. And there are a lot of autographs out there that you can get cheaply depending on, the person or also the actual cards. So next up, got this one this way. This is Bob Gibson. So on this case here, it says 2020 Topps Tier 1 Baseball, but it's not. It is 2018 Topps Update Series, and this is a SP or maybe even an SSP. I don't know. But a Bob Gibson, a really cool legend variation. So by the way, if you're wondering why these slabs look like this is actually not. This is a company that slabs cards here in Korea. I don't even know if they still exist, but they would make custom slabs for you, and they messed up on the label on this one. But anyway, it is what it is. I was going to send it back in and get it changed, but then I was just like, I don't really care. It looks nice in its case, and I know it's a 2018, so that's all that matters. Next, Ozzie Smith. So this is a 2018 Topps Tier 1 Ozzie Smith. Ozzie, a beautiful signature. Like a lot of these guys have absolutely beautiful signatures and extremely affordable. I love that these guys have such affordable autographs and cards for collectors to pick up, like myself and like you. So Ozzie Smith is another one. Next, got an Al Kaline. This is a 2020 Topps Tier 1 Baseball, and this is I believe it's a bronze parallel. Topps Tier 1, really cool stuff. Beautiful card here, and Al Kaline, another affordable autograph. Following that up by Mr. Dennis Eckersley. So 2020 Topps Chrome Black Baseball. Beautiful signature. Super affordable signatures. This Topps Chrome Black, I actually pulled this one out of a box. I bought a box of this, and it was the only box that I have bought. because it wasn't worth it to me at the price point. But I did get a nice Hall of Fame autograph out of it. And then rounding it out, 2021 Topps Tribute. So Topps Tribute, as I said, beautiful set, love it. You got a Jim Rice, okay, and Jim Rice, beautiful signature, very affordable. So if you're into starting up a Hall of Fame autograph collection, you're looking for a place to start, pick up any of these players: Jim Rice, Dennis Eckersley, Al Kaline, Ozzie Smith, Bob Gibson, Tony La Russa, Burt Blyleven, Red Schoendienst, Tim Raines, or Phil Niekro. All of these guys are going to give you good bang for the buck, and you'll have a start to your Hall of Fame autograph collection. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.